it is that time again. We're going to be talking about fragrances that I do not like. Now, I have a few fragrances for women and a few fragrances for men that I just don't really like. They just don't work on my skin. I don't like them, and I'm going to explain why to you girls and guys right now. Now, I feel like talking about fragrances that you don't like is a bit of a taboo topic, which it really shouldn't be. I always keep it real with you guys. I do mostly like to talk positively about fragrances, you know that. But when I don't like a fragrance, and there are loads of fragrances that I don't like, there are so many. I have told you guys a few of the fragrances that I do not like at all. But when I have fragrances that I don't like, usually I just don't really mention them on my channel. They'll just kind of never make an appearance on my channel. But I have 5 fragrances here today that I do not like, and I'm going to tell you guys why and how and what's going on. So yeah, okay, so the first fragrance that I have here is actually from Rawling, and I believe this is like a unisex one, or it could be for men, I'm not really sure. This is just Rawling White. Now, to me, I just don't like this fragrance. I've tested it so many times and I just really do not like it. There is like kind of like this weird peppery note in the fragrance, and it also smells like celery or like cucumber or something. Like there's a weird salad. It honestly smells like a pepper salad to me, and it's just not something that I find attractive, appealing. I want to smell on anyone. I don't really like this fragrance at all, and I do not recommend it. So Rawling White is the first fragrance that I do not like for men or women. I don't know if this is unisex or not. This next one is a little bit hard for me to talk about because I really love this house and this brand. This is from Martin Micallef, which I love the brand Martin Micallef, and you guys know that. And that's how you know I'm keeping it real, because I'm mentioning a brand that I really do love. I just really do not like this fragrance at all. This is Ananda Dolce or Dolce. And yeah, I really just don't like this fragrance. To me, it smells like a Barbie doll mixed, like that plasticky weird Barbie doll smell mixed with like a powdery synthetic peach. Like it just really, I'm not even going to go into it anymore. That's literally what it smells like, and it does not smell good to me. I read the comments of this fragrance, like I read the reviews of this fragrance. It's supposed to be like a beautiful gourmand, and you guys know I love gourmands. I love the note of almond and peach, but this is just not what I expected, and it's just not, I can't see myself like ever wearing that fragrance. The next fragrance. Now this one is gonna be a huge shock, and it kind of pains me to mention it because this house is one of my favorite fragrance houses. This is from Christian Dior, and you guys are gonna scream. This is Dior Homme Parfum. Now, this fragrance I wanted to get my hands on forever and ever and ever and ever. Like I wanted to smell this fragrance forever because people in the fragrance community hype the shit out of this fragrance. Like people hype the crap out of this fragrance like it is God's gift to this earth. And when I smelt it, I was really taken aback. Like I was really, really taken aback by this fragrance because it is so, yeah, it is so incredibly strong that it hurts my brain. Like I can't smell this fragrance for more than like 2 seconds without it literally killing some of my brain cells. It's just too strong for me. It's just too much, too strong. I love Dior Homme Intense. I adore Dior Homme Intense. The original Dior Homme. I love Dior Homme Cologne, Dior Homme. I love the whole Dior Homme line, but the Dior Homme Parfum, I had such high expectations for, like such high expectations, but this is just overpowering and too strong for me. It smells, I can only imagine this on a really, really mature man. The strength of it is just too much. It gives me an absolute headache. So Dior Homme Parfum, I was really shocked. I really wanted to love this because everybody loves it, but for me, it's just too much. And like I said, I adore Dior Homme Intense. They did that fragrance to perfection, and this is a stronger version. This is the bigger version, but it's just too much for me. It absolutely, like, it's giving me a headache already just from smelling it. Okay, so the next fragrance is going to be a bit of a shock because this was in a haul of mine a few months back, and I wore this fragrance probably about 3 times, and every time I wore it, people around me would say, "What on earth are you wearing? Like, what perfume is that?" And I would say, "Why? Do you like it?" And they're like, "No, it smells really odd." And I had to agree. I was trying to like coerce myself into loving this fragrance, but I just don't. And I'm really sad because when I first smelled this fragrance, when I first smelled it and I tested it on a card, I was like, oh my God, I love this. But then I wore it 3 times and I even myself had doubts when I was putting it on. But then when people around me were like, ugh, like that's kind of weird. Like, what is that? I have to agree. This is from Nishan or Nishan, and this is Fan Your Flames. Again, this was one that I really wanted to love. Like, I really, really wanted to love this fragrance, but I'm not going to say it smells bad because it doesn't smell bad, but there is kind of like this weird clash of notes in this fragrance. I know there's coconut, tobacco. I think it's those 2 notes are clashing for me, and because I love those 2 notes separately. I love them separately, but together there's just a weird clash of notes and it's just putting me off like a lot. I can see this one on a man, but on me, it makes me feel like a dirty, like I've just smoked a cigarette on the Maldives drinking a coconut. Like, I really just don't know. Like, it's just not my thing. So Nishan Fan Your Flames. I was surprised that I didn't like it, and I'm sad that I don't like it. This is a fantastic fragrance house, like a niche house, but this one in particular just did not work for me. So unfortunately, Fan Your Flames, I'm sorry. Okay, then the final fragrance is actually a Parfums vintage fragrance, and this one is called Sandal Amber. Now, I'm not really going to say anything because when I first got this fragrance, I was actually with my sister and we both smelled this together and we thought that they had sent us like a bad fragrance. Like, I thought that they had sent me like a dodgy, like an expired fragrance or something. Like, I wasn't really sure what I was smelling in here, but it is just not my thing. This is supposed to be a take on Tom Ford Amber Absolute. I don't really like Amber Absolute at all. I don't like that fragrance, and I think that's why I don't like this fragrance. They're just too much. Again, they're a fragrance that's just too much for me to handle. It's just too strong. This is too weird. It's kind of got a fecal note to it. Like, there's like a weird fecal smell in there, and it's just not... yeah, it's just not my thing at all. Like, at all. I cannot ever see myself wearing this fragrance and feeling sexy and wanting to leave my house. Hell no. So Parfums Vintage Sandal Amber, that is the last fragrance that I do not like. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I don't know what else to say. Obviously, I won't be linking all these fragrances, but yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video of fragrances that I do not like, and let me know if you want to see any more. So thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.